Moving on to the NFC, got the NFC East. One of the biggest trends for the longest times is that the teams don't go back to back as NFC East champions. It's been over 2 decades now. I think 2004 was the last time it was Andy Reid led teams. You know what I'm saying? We are way past Andy Reid led teams in the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? He's been the coach of the Chiefs for as long as we probably didn't remember, like realistically. So now that we're in, you know what I'm saying, this feel like a renaissance for the Eagles. Like they figured it all out. Everything's figured out. Is it possible that they go back to back first time in 20 years?
Yes. I don't know how they've managed to do it. They've really built a dynasty under everybody's nose. They are deep at every position.
It's crazy.
They
I
got
never
players,
considered them for the Super Bowl last year at any point.
They are. I mean, hey, listen. I had Jalen Hurts MVP, so I was somewhere.
That don't count.
In the that don't count. Like, I was like, I had him winning an award.
MVPs don't win.
He finished 17th, so you gotta think.
Like,
we would have 7.
No, but like it's crazy to see like how they continue to build these kind of rosters that they have. Like even when they have later picks, even when they hit on all their picks. With Howie Roseman, he's unbelievable. I mean, the roster they have right now, I can't see how they don't repeat. I don't think the Cowboys are a threat, and I don't think the Giants are a threat. The Commanders are probably like genuinely like the only push they have that I could see. But I don't know if the Commanders are going to repeat that success they had either. I just don't. I think now after a year of having Jaden Daniels, like having tape on Jaden Daniels, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a very like C.J. Stroud-esque like backstep year.
Without Terry McLaurin,
especially without Terry McLaurin, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not happy about a Debo Samuel led wide receiver room.
Why not?
He's fat.
Well,
I'm
he's
fat.
not a wide
I know
receiver.
what it is.
Like, he's not a wide receiver.
Like Zach Ertz gonna end up being his wide receiver one. Like, you don't want that Luke McCaffrey getting touches.
Hey, what's wrong with that? Actually, I like that.
I do think so. I mean, like they nailed it in the draft again this year. They picked at the end of the first round, and they hit on Campbell, who I think is be really good for them. I do think this is probably the first time we see a repeat in the NFC East.
How you feeling? Yeah, it's been a while.
I agree. The only thing I am gonna look at the camera and say this, y'all, and I hate to be with that person. Nigga, that Madden curse is real, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Saquon's, I don't know if it's going to be an allegation. I don't know if Jalen Carter going to be off the field. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what it's going to be. I have the Eagles repeating, but that curse will hit at some point this season. I don't know when. I honestly do not know when, but it's going to hit this season. That tush push might not work no more. They might ban it just on a random Thursday of the season. I don't know. That Madden curse is real though, but I do have the Eagles repeating. I do think they got the best roster damn near in the NFL. So I'm gonna say they're gonna repeat. I will say they corner. I'll say they secondary to me. They did lose. I mean, Darius Slay ain't like the fucking best, but like, can Mitchell repeat the success he had last year? Cooper DeJean and Mitchell are top 60 players in the NFL. Apparently, so they should improve off of that. We'll have to see, but I don't know. I don't think there's not too many wide receivers. I mean, obviously besides the Eagles, not the Eagles, the Cowboys and the NFC East. Not that many wide receivers they have to guard in the NFC East. So I mean, you got Malik Neighbors, but quarterback cancel that out. So
basically, that's how I look at it. It's hard. Nobody has anything close to where
they might go 6-0 in the NFC East this year, but I don't know about them beating the other teams in the NFC. So we'll have to see. But I got them winning.
For you, Mike, how you feeling about the Eagles?
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say they're gonna go back to back, unless they hit like a crazy injury bug. I mean, I already know Landon Dickerson is already.
Landon Dick.
They said it's a meniscus injury. They're trying to determine how long he's going to be out for. That's big for the O-line, but even him getting hurt, they still have a crazy offensive line. So
a bunch of 90 overalls.
So I think Eagles repeat. Commanders, biggest threat. But again, they need Terry McLaurin. I really like. I like Jaden Daniels a lot. I will say this actually before I move on from the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback.
I agree.
I'm putting that out into the stratosphere. But yeah, Washington. I like Jaden Daniels a lot. Very good dual threat quarterback. Debo, a little iffy on, but I think if he's not the number one, and I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on Debo Samuel.
If you go number one in 2025, there's a problem.
There is a problem.
No, we didn't ask for this. Terry, please, just come back for one more year, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
cheaper deal, please.
I'm begging that nigga to come
I'd
back
probably
or
say
something.
like running backs, like a little nephew, I guess. Brian Robinson's okay. I
What's
mean,
wrong with Austin Eckler?
who?
Austin Eckler. What's wrong with Austin Eckler?
He's old. But they drafted Ja'Cory. What is his name? Ja'Cory
Bennett?
Merritt.
I don't even know.
I don't even know. I don't
It's
think-
something long.
This is a long ass name, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna like be that guy.
I don't think he's gonna be the guy, but maybe like late in the season.
I did expect him to take a running back earlier. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Brian Robinson, I feel like he's just like a goal line guy. I don't know if he's a true bell cow, but I like Washington being number 2, and then Dallas isn't going to be a true division contender, and this might sound very messed up for me to say, but Jerry Jones might need to
Okay, don't say that.
but he's ruining that team in every aspect. So
George Pickens leading receiving. So.
yeah. So Dallas and the Giants, I mean, they're going to be 3 and 4, but Giants, I mean, they got a couple guys, but quarterback is still just. I did like what I saw from Jackson Dart in the preseason game against the Bills.
Carter too. I was gonna mention that nigga gonna be a problem.
Abdul Carter.
He's nasty.
I was about to say something about the Giants.
That
you know
nigga
what I'm
gonna be
saying?
a
I was about to say
problem,
something about the
man.
Giants,
He's
to
gonna be a
honest.
problem.
Yeah.
Their defense is gonna be good.
Their defense, they have a solid front seven, man. Solid front seven. I love it. Yeah, Abdul Carter.
Brian
I saw a
Burns.
picture of Brian Burns, but I saw a picture of Abdul Carter rushing Mitch Trubisky, dude, and like they're talking about like Bend as a defensive end. Like this dude's whole body was like diagonal like this, and his foot was planted straight, and he's still
Insane.
moving
And
and
he's at full speed.
he's at full
If
speed.
I'm a
like,
starter, I'm tapping out. Like, yo, it's preseason. I'm not dealing with him right now. You know what I mean?
If that was me, we'll see. September 5th against the Cops. If I'm playing the end,
Against
you
the
might see that kind of
Bengals.
bend, or you might see me bend until oblivion. So, yeah,
Achilles gonna snap the fuck off. I'm gonna catch it. in the
Don't
crowd
negative
like
step
these,
before you
like,
fucking
it's
rush,
Achilles. I was gonna say something about the Giants. Just make it quick. I think they're the team that a lot of people are sleeping on, but they're the closest in terms of like they're building something so special with their defensive front. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, oh, they already got his defensive ends. Like, you don't pass them up with Abdul Carter. I didn't even like passing up on Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like doing that.
What's his name? Not even that good to be talking about passing on Abdul Carter.
Yeah,
Brian Burns.
No, the other one.
Kayvon
Fucking
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
I'm amongst the belief that like you can find a spot for all of them to have quality snaps.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Defensive end, you don't need to play every single snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have quality snaps over quantity. Like, they're all young. You know what I'm saying? They can all do something. So, like, I do like where the Giants are at. Like, maybe not this year. They don't, you know what I'm saying, push the Eagles, obviously. But they're in the best spot to eventually do something. You know what I'm saying? They got the young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 young running backs. They got Malik Neighbors, who's good. And maybe they could find something with Theo Johnson. There's just that offensive line is still iffy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I like Jackson Dart, he's probably not going to start this year. It's probably going to be Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson has dirt on every single NFL team. He's not going to go to the NFL team and not start. No matter whatever happens. He's not going to – something has to happen. But, you know what I'm saying? I like what they're doing defensive front. Maybe the secondary could be better, but they're doing something where, like, they're trying to build something like the Eagles. Like, they're slowly doing it. It's taking time. It might take longer than we think, or might be shorter than they think. They got to jump this year. But when you have a guy like Malik Neighbors who can change the game, Tyron Tracy, who emerged from literally being a wide receiver, turns to running back. Cam Scatterable, if he comes in and be a bell cow, then it's like, then you really got something going on here on the offensive side. I'd rather be the Giants. I'd rather be the Cowboys right now.
Definitely.
I'd rather be the Giants right now than what the Commanders are doing right now, because maybe you overperformed last year and Terry McLaurin wants his contract extension. And we're going to week 2 of preseason. And you're about to have Deebo Samuel. You're about to have Brian Rodgers. Like, you don't have nobody to stick your teeth in on offense besides Jaden Daniels. And you don't want to go into that Ravens trap where, like, we got Lamar Jackson. We can win with anybody. You don't want to do that.
No, that works.
You don't want to do that. Please don't do that to him. He does not deserve that. But, you know what I'm saying, that owner, he's pretty cheap from what I was told. So, we'll see how that goes. Moving on to the NFC North. Will all 4 teams make the playoffs? And I'll say it because they have I feel they had the most shakeup out of any division. From I'm saying Ben Johnson going to Detroit, or not Detroit, I'm sorry, from Detroit to Chicago. Detroit having to find 2 new coordinators. You know what I'm saying? JJ McCarthy's supposed to be the starting quarterback in Minnesota if everything goes well. At this time last year, he was supposed to be. He ended up getting hurt. So if he is healthy, he is supposed to be the starting quarterback. The Green Bay Packers are the only team that really didn't shake up too much. Lost Jair Alexander, but brought in, you know what I'm saying? A couple guys overall. Maybe they do something good. Maybe they don't. Probably the most stacked division, I'll say, just off name value and what I seen last year. But they all have tough ass schedules. I mean, the Lions schedule is looking like they're gonna be burnt the fuck out. I feel like all of them gonna be burnt the fuck out. But the Lions some more so because I feel like they did so good last year, and like losing the coordinators, that's just a recipe for disaster. Losing your coordinators, and I said this 2 years ago when the Eagles lost their coordinators, like they're not gonna do anything in the playoffs because losing your coordinators is gonna catch up to you. And they was going through. I think Matt Patricia was calling plays for them. You know what I'm saying? That towards the end of the year, like everything was going wrong. Everything was going wrong. So, how we feel about the NFC North? Do we think all 4 teams can make the playoffs?
No, I don't think all 4 teams can make the playoffs. And it does start with the Packers.
Oh yeah.
I think the Packers 100% are probably the odd team out right now. Like you said, they made no moves to improve their team, really. Marcus Golden was drafted. I was never really high on Marcus Golden in the draft process.
Why not?
He's fast, I guess. I mean, like, they're like one of those teams, like, they never want to draft like a wide receiver 1 to me. Like, and Marcus Golden didn't profile as like a crazy, like, I'm going to be the best wide receiver on this team no matter what. And so you're just going to run out a whole nother year where you have a different wide receiver 1 every week and hope for the best. Like your tight end 1's going to end up being
mad into them.
Yeah.
They don't want to draft.
Like your best weapon's going to end up being your tight end again. Like, most likely. Josh Jacobs was good last year. Can he replicate that? He's going to have to because Marshawn Lloyd got hurt again. He's probably never going to play football at this rate.
We'll never see what Marshawn Lloyd could have been. You know what I'm saying? That hurts me.
Losing Jair Alexander obviously sucks. I saw Xavier McKinney got hurt.
Yeah.
Who McKinney was obviously probably one of the best safeties in the league last year. I think he led the league in interceptions at the least. I think the biggest one, and I think Jordan Love is. I know bad quarterbacks, all right?
It's like, I know bad ball.
I've watched
that shit.
I've watched bad ball. And he's
shit.
definitely up there with bad ball quarterbacks. He just does not improve, like, at all. He makes the same mistakes over and over again. Like, like Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre were gunslingers. He is like what a gunslinger thinks they are.
He's
like,
slinging the gun.
Yeah, his gun is out of fucking ammo.
Oh, you're not supposed to throw the gun. You're supposed to shoot the gun.
Like,
I thought you was slinging. I thought you was throwing that.
So I definitely think the Packers are one of the odd teams out. It's tough. Like, I mean, you want to have faith in the Bears. Like, I'm not going to count out the Bears yet.
I'm still fringe on them. Like,
I feel like I it's scary because, like, I don't think Ben Johnson's going to fix all their issues in 1 year. I don't think all the moves they made were cool. I just think it takes time to learn an offense like that Ben Johnson wants to run. They still don't got a great running back. Caleb Williams, like, we just don't know yet. I think right now the other team that's really scary is the Vikings.
I love the Vikings this year, but they did lose Cam Bynum, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think to me it's like they should perform, but it's like they probably have the biggest question mark because, like, you have to hope JJ McCarthy is, like, solid. Like, you don't need him to be phenomenal. He could be a little bit less than what Sam Darnold was last year.
Yeah, basically.
But you need him to be at least that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know who their backups are, but, like, JJ is, like I said, barring, hopefully he stays healthy, is going to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think to me they're probably the second. Like, to me they're probably the second team out right now. I do think they have the best coach in that division, but I am just scared about what JJ McCarthy is going to do in this offense. But he does have the benefit of throwing to Justin Jefferson and to T.J. Hawkinson. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Their offensive line, if
Addison when he comes back,
like,
and that's like that also hurts them a little bit too. Like losing Jordan Addison for those first 4 games.
Yeah, honestly, it might be the first.
The Lions week 1. I'm pretty sure.
I saw something. He might be out the first 6 because, like, the week that he's eligible to come back is the London games. They play London back to back. So, like, are you going to ramp him up automatically? Then their bye week's like week 7. It's like Addison might not really get, like, full time, like.
Well, he has a chance to play. Like, he can play preseason games, so it's
okay.
Like, he don't have to ramp up like fully.
Right.
He is with the team right now, so like that's the only solid thing. Like, it's not like a Judkins thing where, like, if he comes back right now, he's probably not playing.
Right. Yeah. So to me, they're probably like the second one that's scary. Like I said, it's just like a lot of people were already questionable of JJ McCarthy. Obviously, coming out of Michigan, he didn't do a lot at Michigan as far as, like, playing, like, full blown quarterback. So to me, they're probably the second worst. I do think the Lions still have a good enough roster to make it. And I do still I think the Bears will probably be the fringe team to make it, in my opinion.
A few of them. How you feel about the NFC North as a whole?
I'm gonna start off with the Bears. I don't think they own shit, bro.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
And I fuck with like what they building over there. They got a fellow 2024 quarterback. You know what I mean? We gotta stay strong, but they are just not. I don't think they're competing with the Lions. Like to me, they got damn near 5 losses off the rip. Like you might split with the Packers because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not high on the Packers either. I'm really the only reason I'm keeping them in it is because of their coach. But I think they're gonna lose to the Vikings twice. They're gonna lose to the Lions twice. I was high on the Vikings last year. I'm high on them again this year. I got them most likely making the playoffs again.
You did.
You know, I don't know what I've seen in Sam Darnold. I don't see the same thing in JJ McCarthy, which is crazy to say. I think they're gonna, they seen last year they was relying too much on Sam Darnold. He fucking burnt out. And they had the worst 10 days ever. Like, they went from, like, yo, we can win the division to, yo, we need a quarterback.
Yo, we need somebody to stop Jared Verse.
Like, that shit was a crazy 10-day span for them. So, I don't see the same. I think they're going to, cut back on that. Probably rely on a run game a little bit more. I don't know how much Aaron Jones can do, but we going to find out. I don't know. Jordan Mason was leading the league in rushing. I would love to be Christian McCaffrey's backup. That might be the greatest job ever. Mm-hmm. But, I got the Vikings winning the division. I do like the Lions. I like their young core. But like you said, losing the coordinators is tough. The Eagles went through the same situation, and they end up losing. But, losing 2 coordinators like that, an offensive mind like Ben Johnson, it's tough. And you don't really have an improvising quarterback either. So, like, if shit go off the rails, Jared Goff is a sitting duck there,
Yeah.
And you've seen how much injuries they dealt with last year. So... I don't know. But I do think the Vikings win the division. I do think the Lions still make the playoffs. I don't think the Packers and Bears make it. I think the Bears, they just, I don't know.
They're missing something.
They just something missing. I don't know. They got the young quarterback. They running backs is decent. They got Rome. Maybe it's Rome. Maybe I'm not high on Rome. I don't know. I gotta really really evaluate what's going on in Chicago. Do they have a cornerback too? Don't know their cornerbacks are solid. Their corners is decent. I think Stevenson, Jalen Johnson.
He's their one.
Top of my head, I can't think of their 2 right now.
Stevenson is a running back. Their cornerback.
Tyreek Stevenson might be their 2 right now.
Might be their 2.
They got a really good nickel too because they just extended him.
And then they got, they got Evans.
I have no problems with their defense.
Their defense, it's something about I don't know, something they just don't have there. I don't think Ben Johnson has the answer for all them.
I don't know what it is.
And then the Packers, a lot of wide receiver 2s in the NFC where there's a lot of good corners. I don't know, man. A lot of good defenses, a lot of good pass rushes. Like, O-line ain't the craziest. Jordan Love, I don't think he elevates nobody. So, I mean, if they sneak in there, it's because I think they have great coaching. But I don't have the Bears or the Packers making it.
How you feeling, Michael?
I got Lions repeating for the division. I do think they take a little bit of a hit with, both coordinators going. That's both good points, but I just think, like, their offense just sounds a little too crazy to me. Like, Jared Goff has played well enough to be top 15, 10 to 15, I'd probably say. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, is top 3. He's that dude. Monty, you know, some guys keeping him in our league for fourth.
Somebody keeping him. I'm not sure why, man.
Yeah. I do like Monty a lot. You know, he's a great change of pace guy. I think they're going to continue to keep implementing it, but by each year, that, you know, percentage, that, you know, 60-40, 70-30, you know, whatever you want to call it between the two is going to keep widening. Monroe St. Brown, one of the best receivers in the league. You know, Jameson Williams, when he's on the field, especially like last year, you know, they got real creative with him. I think he's going to be amazing. You know, hopefully Laporta, you know, has more of a bounce back. Yeah. But I got Lions. Vikings I do like a lot. I think they're going to make the playoffs for sure. JJ McCarthy, I've liked what I saw so far from camp with him. And he's in a good he's in a pretty good situation. I mean, I'm not too high on Aaron Jones, but I really do like the Jordan Mason signing a lot. I think Jordan Mason's gonna take over that backfield. In all honesty. Hawk when healthy, amazing. Jeddah's,
1,000 yards in his sleep.
He's not one, he's two. So
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, not having Jordan Addison there sucks, but hopefully, guys like Ty Felton, Rondale Moore's out for the year now, so that sucks.
Again,
but hopefully, like Ty Felton, Naylor, step up. Defensively, they're also pretty solid. Losing Cam Bynum sucks. He went to Indy, I want to say.
Yeah.
But they're still a solid squad. You got Van Ginkel balling out. So
Big game.
The Gink.
Big Gink. So those two for sure making it. I think Green Bay. You guys brought up all interesting points, but I will say I am a little higher on Matthew Golden. I do think he emerges as that wide receiver number 1, and then everybody else kind of falls into place. I low key, if the Bills were going to go receiver, I did want them. He was on my radar, but
Keon Coleman, you good?
that's to be decided.
Good with Keon Coleman, bro.
But I do think Josh Jacobs, is
Keon Coleman, man. Glad we didn't bring that name up.
he performed good last year. I think he bounced back, not as much as he did last year, but I think he still has a solid year. Jordan Love, I'm not completely out on him, but I do think that he needs to figure some shit out because last year that was unacceptable.
Yeah.
So he was hurt here and there, but just overall unacceptable. Bears, I think it's about a year or two away. I don't think they make the playoffs, but I like what they have brewing, but I just don't think they're a playoff team yet. We still need to see who Caleb Williams is, and let's see if Ben Johnson can unlock him more. But yeah, I'd say Detroit and Minnesota are locks. Green Bay might be able to sneak in depending on some late season antics scenarios. But Bears I do not have for sure.
If I'm a Dolphins cornerback, I'm doing a Spider-Man meme to the Packers corners. Like, yo, we ass, but like let's look at. You have a wide receiver over there. Like, let's really,
Bo Melton. I'm not playing cornerback. Like, you're not playing wide receiver though. So
you gotta pick one.
You
want to be in the NFL or not?
If you want to play in the NFL, you're gonna be a cornerback.
You're gonna. Yeah.
I like you stand up for yourself, but at the same time, sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that no more.
You're gonna guard Marcus Golden. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna make him look good for us.
I do want to read off a few of these Lions games. I'll start the first 10 or so. So yeah, the Packers week 1, Bears week 2, Ravens week 3, Browns week 4. Shedeur starting. Bengals week 5. Chiefs week 6, Bucks week 7.
You said who schedule is this?
This is Lions.
Oh, I thought you said the Packers. I was
No.
shit. Them niggas about to arch.
Then they got the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings after a bye. I'm pretty sure that's a bye week. Commanders, Eagles, Giants, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears.
That's our whole
That's
schedule.
a juggernaut of a schedule.
Bro, they losing week 4 through 10.
This is very, very, very few losing teams in there. The Bears, the Browns, the Giants.
They losing to the Browns. That's a Browns
Those are
win.
three. Those are the only 3 teams that did not post a record over 500. And the Bengals are the only team that didn't make the playoffs out of there, and that's going to be a fight. They're on the road in that game. And then they're on the road against the Ravens. They're on the road against the Chiefs. They're on the road against the Eagles. See what I'm saying? They're on the road against the Rams.
They're gonna need last year Hutch. I ain't gonna lie. I'm praying to God give me Ohio State Jeff Okudah back. That's the only way.
If they are healthy though, they are a great team.
Yeah. Great team, but
that's a schedule
tough
that is just structured.
That's a schedule from hell for any
them,
team.
dude.
Yeah. And nobody's gonna be healthy in the NFL, bro. So they get hurt, they get banged up.
But that was bad. I think 2 weeks they had 7
all their big players too. It wasn't like they were losing
everybody in the run support was dead. So